Okay, so we're done with this puzzle. We just gotta beat one last guy, and the Trick House Challenge will be over for good. And I'm going to take advantage of this battle to remind everyone that if they haven't been following on the news, Glaceon will be getting Ice Body through the Dream World, much like Vaporeon gets Hydration. Ice Body, I'd say, is a fairly interesting alternative to Snow Cloak. More reliable and consistent at least, but when it comes to obsoleting Stall Rain, I seriously doubt it, because Wall Rain is a lot more built for Stall. It has a better defensive typing. That Water type definitely helps. And then, of course, Glaceon hits harder, but Wall Rain also has a much better move pool. So when it comes to trumping Wall Rain, I think we're going to have to wait for something else to do it. And by the way, just your daily reminder that I love Thunder's animation in this game. It just looks so cool and brutal. And I think that was his last Pokemon. So yep, we're done with the Trick House. The only thing left to do is to go and claim our final prize. And I think the 7th prize is a lot better than whatever it's going to be, because the 7th prize was a PP Max. What could possibly be better than a PP Max, if not a lifetime supply of full restores? And of course, he's not going to give me that. You're above me in greatness? Possibly. And now, I think he realized that he has been completely owned. Perhaps it is time I tour the country on a quest to devise new tricks. Well, sadly, it's never going to go anywhere, because whenever you go in the Trick House afterwards, there's simply nothing. You must have been reeled in by my charisma. No, I just wanted the rewards! I don't care one bit about you, your charisma, or your balding head. And oh yeah, here's another guy who simply isn't humble enough. And the genius that is myself. Yeah, the same genius who thought a straightforward path with cuttable trees was a viable puzzle. And I'm going to pick the red tent. But as I said, it's a really shoddy prize compared to the PP Max. It's just an accessory for secret bases, and since I'm not using secret bases, I have absolutely no use for this tent. And when they visit and entertain me again, well, you would need to be here for me to do that, and you're gone from the game forever, so I think there's nothing we can do about it. So now that the Trick House is done, our next destination is going to be the Trainer Hill on Route 111. Yeah, we better go there now that it's open, because yeah, it wasn't open until I beat the Elite Four, but now it is, so let's go check it out quickly. And by the way, I already explained how it worked in part 29. Yeah, I checked beforehand, it really is part 29. And whoops, no, it's just there. So if you want to know in detail how the Trainer Hill works, you can watch part 29 again and see exactly what it is. And what it is essentially is the same thing as the Battle Tower in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but since they brought back the Battle Tower from Crystal as part of the Battle Frontier, well, they couldn't have two places with different gimmicks. As we are watching the high scoreboard, we couldn't have two places with different gimmicks at the same name, so they renamed this place the Trainer Hill. Though why it's not a part of the Battle Frontier, I really have no idea. I think it would have fit in rather well in the Battle Frontier among all the other gimmicks. And okay, while I'm saving this, I'm not actually going to be fighting here. This is just to see if this woman is going to tell me something else about this place. Yeah, I just have to go to info. We conduct an event called the Time Attack. Yeah, it's basically a beat the clock challenge where if you're the faster you are and the higher difficulty you are, you get a better prize. You can potentially get Giga Drain and Break TMs, which is really good for prizes. The rest are rather junk. So, okay, of course, like the Battle Frontier, you don't get money, you don't get experience points either. It's just the prizes you get at the end. So, I think that's about it. There aren't many people here, actually. So, now that we're done with this, we are going to catch Latias, finally. And I'm going to use a trick I learned at last year's Speed Gamers Marathon. First thing you need is going to be the acrobike to abuse the fact that when you're hopping in a grass patch, it counts as a step for triggering random encounters, but it doesn't count as a step for depleting repels, so you can save a lot of money by doing this trick. You can save a lot of money by not needing to buy nearly as many repels. So I'm going to take a Pokemon that's between levels, I think it's between 14 and 39. I'm gonna use that level 34 Golduck here, so that you repel all the wild Pokemon, but not Latias, which is level 40. So yeah, I didn't expect to get that much mileage out of that Golduck when I first caught it. And whoa, 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 whoa! I was forgetting the repels! Okay, so I'm going to get them out of my PC, because I think I have enough. Okay, 3 repels, 4 super repels, and I believe I have max repel or 2. I have 1, so there we go. So now we are already acrobike Pokemon between levels 14 and 39, and also repels. So now we're going to fly to Slateport, because there's an area where it's really easy to abuse this. And I'm going to show you how it's done. First, you gotta go here, and then you use your first repel, like I'm about to do now. I'm gonna use a super repel first. So, after that, you go in the tall grass and you start hopping. And there's a chance that Latias will appear if it's on this route, and if it's not on this route, you go into this building, you go back out, and you repeat. This will make Latias change routes twice, so eventually, if you keep doing this over and over, you should eventually be able to meet Latias. Of course, it requires patience. It may not happen in the first 5 minutes. So this is basically the trick to finding Latias and Latios, since the hardest part is actually meeting them the first time. Afterwards, you can just track them down with your Pokédex, but this is the hardest part. Okay, I'm gonna be right back once I actually find Latias with this method. I love it when a plan works, so I don't think there's anything I can do to this thing. Nope. But at least I got it recorded in my Pokédex, so I'm going to check out entry number 380. Sorry, it's going to take a while. It's just that there's no real method to scrolling faster than this. Not that I know of, at least. God damn, this thing is long! At least it's almost over. 380. There we go. So now we can see where Latias is right now, and it's on Route 117 right now. So now that we got it registered, it's actually time to start putting it to sleep and getting its health down for making it easier to catch. According to the Pokédex, we are both on Route 118, so let's try and investigate this. Oh, the repel was still working after finding Latias the first time, and hopefully we get it on the first try. It can be anything that's found on this route, such as a Zigzagoon. Could we possibly have a more polar opposite to Latias than a freaking Zigzagoon? Well, maybe yes, but we got a really powerful Pokemon, and on the other hand, a Zigzagoon. I'm not looking for a Zigzagoon, I'm looking for a Latias! Okay, maybe this is it? Yep! This is it, and I put Gardevoir in the lead in order to be able to put it to sleep. So, first attempt at performing hypnosis, and it doesn't work. So we're gonna have to meet this thing again.